What is up? What is up? What is up? It's AJ with the Chakra Network, and if you do not know about the Chakra Network, we connect with anime fans and manga readers from around the world. Now, if you wish to be a featured guest on our show, please fill out the application in the description below. And again, if you are an anime fan or a manga reader, go smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and ring that notification bell so you will be notified every single time we drop some content. And without further ado, let's get into it.
If you are not from Konoha and I sense your chakra, I'm busting my Rasengan. Abandon his gang, slash his headband.
So today is going to be a special day. First time we're doing a cosplay episode. So y'all, let's see exactly what y'all represented today. You know something?
What's up, guys? So today I have on my Demon Slayer t-shirt.
All right.
Oh, let's also do intros while we're doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
And what's up, y'all? My name is Sharita. I'm happy to be here and joining y'all today. I'm excited because I'm also new to anime. So.
Hey, always good to have somebody new in the anime community.
Hello, everybody. I am Taylor, and I have a sweatshirt on that says Anime Baddie. Not quite cosplay, just a signification that I enjoy anime.
Awesome. Josh, you want who you got?
Hey, I'm Josh. I'm wearing like an anime t-shirt. Yeah.
Wait, show your earring, too.
Oh yeah, and the Tanjiro earring. Yeah, that's about
They
it.
can't see.
Cool.
How y'all cannot? I got dread. They're not gonna see much. Like,
We just know it's there.
yeah, it's there.
So me, I'm none other than Muzan Kibutsuji, and let me know if I hit this pose the right way.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So if y'all know Muzan, he is the main villain in Demon Slayer. That dude goes crazy. I'm not gonna necessarily say he passive aggressive because he's actually a control freak in the anime. Yeah, and he's pure evil. So like one of the main, I guess, scenes of Muzan just going berserk was when all the lower moons were in the episode and they were trying to get some of his blood to get stronger, and he was just knocking them off one by one. Like one of the dudes was thinking he was like, well, I don't want to listen to Muzan or something like that, and then Muzan ended up reading his mind, and then he was like, oh shit, I'm toast. He can read my mind. Yeah, he tried to run away, and he was going. So I'm not gonna lie, that nigga was out.
Oh, Muzan?
No, I'm talking about the lower moon that hurt him.
No, he tried to dip.
In the labyrinth.
In the
Oh,
labyrinth. He tried to dip.
It didn't end it.
He was gone. I'm saying he was booking it though.
He was trying his very best.
He was.
And then
I mean, do we really know how fast he was going?
nah.
Like comparison.
They
made it seem like it was fast.
as
Yeah.
though it was very fast.
But like also like was like the animation also kind of making it kind of fast, like when like the doors and shit were like kind of closing so fast because they were trying to trap him,
That's true.
like that one lady with the eyeball.
Yeah. She's OP actually.
Because like with the thing that like controlled the house, it was
Yeah.
kind of like that one the previous Lower Moon's power.
Which one?
The one when they have the battle in the house. With,
Oh, you talking about with the drum?
Yeah,
I don't
the
think
drum.
he was a
The
moon.
drum dude. Yeah.
He was because there was an X in his eye. He was like.
Was he?
Like Muzan had.
Oh,
X around.
like 13 or something.
Yeah, he was a previous Lower Moon. But all that to say, they have a
Or like
similar
12.
power.
That drum dude was actually kind of lit.
But she had ding, and then it moved to the labyrinth house. That
Like,
was down.
yeah, I think it teleported the demons too, cause she used it at the end of the entertainment district arc. She basically hit the whatever kind of instrument it was, and then all of the upper moons were summoned there. And then Agaza was like, "Oh shit! Like we ain't been summoning in like 100 years, so this must mean that a upper moon got murked."
My man, Tenzin. He
What
ate
part
that
is like the anime
and the
at?
others.
You said where the anime at?
Yeah.
So right now they just killed Lower Moon 6.
The anime just finished the entertainment arc.
Yeah,
Okay,
with
so
Tengen.
Tengen.
So the siblings are dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Daki and Yutaro. First of all, I like to
Right.
say that Yutaro's voice actor snapped in Japanese. That nigga sounded like a demon.
I have not seen it.
You just read it?
Yeah, I only read it.
Okay.
You should see it because the animation went crazy.
You know how the animation go.
Like, I seen, like, the fight because, like, you can't, like, miss the fight. It's going to be on social media anyway. So I just saw the fight, but I've never, like, listened to, like, the voice acting of any, like...
You should watch it.
Was you watching it at one point?
Yeah, that's how I started into Demon Slayer, but, like, after, like, the train movie thing, I didn't feel like waiting anymore.
I feel it with Rengoku. That's the same with you.
Yeah, I already read all of Demon Slayer, but I like watching the animation too because it goes crazy.
It does. Ufotable, I'm gonna say this. Ufotable kind of revolutionized the game in my opinion. Like when I first started watching Demon Slayer, I was like, mind you, I was late. I was maybe like, shoot, because Mike was trying to put me on for a while.
All right.
But yeah, when I seen like how they animated the clouds and the background and everything, I'm like, shit, this shit is shitting on what I've been watching. Only thing that's rivaling is Mappa. Mappa's going crazy too. But yeah, I think Demon Slayer, if memory serves, I believe they went in a ton of debt just to animate it. Bet on themselves.
Like the animation studio went to debt?
Yeah, I believe so. And then after that, like they broke even after the first couple of seasons and whatnot because of the animation was going crazy.
Isn't it like a partnership? Like how like
I'm not sure how it's structured.
Like Shonen Jump would be like the publishing and would have like the publishing rights, but they sell the publishing rights to the animation studio, or do they partner up?
I'm not sure how it works. It's not my
Look into
wheelhouse.
that.
Yeah, we probably should. But I guess in terms of like, if you look from like season to season, was your favorite season the first season or was it the Entertainment District arc?
In terms of animation and entertainment.
Well, no, not animation. Like I'm just saying, well, just in terms, yeah, the plot and everything.
I actually just rewatched all of it with my roommate. I just put her on to it. Honestly, the entertainment arc went crazy. I really enjoyed the entertainment arc.
It did.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I mean, it gets better and better progressively. I think that's how anime generally go.
And you finished both seasons, right?
Yeah, I did.
Which one you like better?
I think I enjoyed the entertainment.
Entertainment?
The best, but the train part was like.
Oh, you talking about the
close
movie?
second,
Yeah. The movie went crazy. People don't know like the Demon Slayer movie surpassed Spirited Away, and Spirited Away had the record for like a very, very long time, and they surpassed that during the COVID season. So it was going crazy up in Japan, but like. And honestly, we can go into favorite characters in Demon Slayer too because Rengoku is like one of my favorite characters for sure. Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah, well, Mike, he was going crazy as soon as he popped up on the screen. But Rengoku, I think that I relate to him because literally he just has the burning desire to win and save people.
He's a fire type. You're a fire sign. Sagittarius. Rengoku's probably a Leo. What do you think? Or is he a Sag?
I feel like he's probably a Leo sun, but like definitely gives Sag more energy.
Has some Sag in there.
Or no, Aries. Aries for sure.
Aries?
Because he almost like comes off as like joking as well. So like that's
Like childlike?
Really, childlike, and that's really indicative of Aries.
He is childlike.
Very much Aries energy.
I am so weak. I have like zodiac signs are not my wheelhouse. But if y'all can diagnose somebody,
Not diagnosed.
I'm weak. But yeah, Rengoku, like the point where Akaza had a fist through this dude's chest and he was still trying to cut his head off.
He was keeping his fist in his chest with his muscles. He wouldn't let him run off.
Yeah, that was
He
crazy.
had to break his arm to leave.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, that gen was different though.
I was not expecting that.
Honestly, that's my favorite demon though.
Akaza? Akaza go crazy. But we
Later
can't
on
spoil
in-
it. I'm about to say we can't spoil that
But
gen.
he's my favorite one.
Y'all find out like the backstory like later on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
why he's,
facts.
like, the
He's
way
my
he is.
favorite.
No
Yeah.
Who's
bullshit.
your favorite demon?
Demon?
Honestly, I love
That's
how
a-
Demon Slayer puts
that's a
so much
question.
time into like the character designs of the demons and the background stories of them. Like, they be cool.
Yeah, and they're really, really good at hitting your emotions in Demon Slayer too. Like they really I feel like Demon Slayer wants you to empathize with the demon. Like
There's no perfect hero and no perfect
villain.
Exactly.
There's some of them that like you don't empathize with at all though. Like
True.
But Tanjiro always does. And it's like Tanjiro's like
That's
the
not-
moral compass.
all the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the
Most
time.
of the time.
Most of the time.
Like he didn't accept Muzan at all. Like
Muzan
to the
was
very end. He was trying to like off Muzan.
his
Off
family.
his entire family.
Yeah, but like there's no sympathy. And like what was that other one? Like the hand one in the forest.
Yeah,
He didn't
That's
show
true.
him sympathy at all. The
Well,
hand one?
no. He did. So when the hand dude died, his hand was
Remind me
there.
of the hand dude.
So the hand dude was
That's the one where he
Orokudaki.
holded his hand while
Yeah,
he
that's
dissolved.
y'all just about to say that.
Yeah.
So he killed all of Orokudaki's students, and he was trying to kill Tanjiro because he can identify them by the mask they have
Yeah.
that Rokudaki would give them.
Yeah.
And then when he died, when Tanjiro finally beat him, his hand was out and whatnot, and
Tanjiro
Tanjiro
held
grabbed
it.
it as it was like dissolving away.
You can always tell like who you're supposed to empathize with through Tanjiro because he's like the moral compass of the show.
That's facts.
So it's like he's always praying for each demon, and it's like you can understand that all demons aren't bad through him. Also because he has Nezuko, so he knows
That's
better than
facts.
anyone.
What
that
was the
demon-
ice one though?
Ice Demon. Oh, you
Yeah,
talking
the
about
ice
number
one.
2? He hasn't
Yeah.
come out yet. He hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
But I say, don't spoil it.
You can't sympathize with him.
Don't play with
at
it.
all.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but like we all, bro, like wildin', like no, like
No, he
sense of
without a doubt he did. Wow.
Did Tanjiro fight him though?
No.
So
but you know who fought him though,
yeah.
and like it was like important. Yeah, like I'm not gonna like spoil
All right.
it, but, like, the backstory, like they're
Next.
entwined.
Yeah.
That is very
We
true.
know you over here trying to joke. Let's go back.
But
Tell me everything
so-
without telling me everything.
Right.
another important demon in the story.
You gonna peep.
Yeah, you are for sure. So another important demon in the story is Nezuko. Nezuko
Love my girl Nick.
is
I love her.
yeah, Nezuko is great, and then the fact that she can actually like restrain herself from harming a human, you know, for the greater good, I feel like is good. Even when what's the wind dude's name?
Man, he's
I know.
He gonna sit there and
Stab
dice
Nezuko.
my girl Nezuko, and Tanjiro won't playing that. He said, "I need to headbutt him once for
He did though.
No, but for real.
twice for whatever the hell." He was not playing.
He wasn't
that.
playing.
One
He's
thing
not
Tanjiro
that
don't
bad.
play about is his sister. I
He's
know
not that
that's
bad, though.
right.
But I'm not gonna hold. Once
no,
the
I
sto-
like Wendy.
Yeah, once the
Later
story
on, I like
progresses.
Wendy.
Yeah, hey, look.
Like
Later
it tells
on, I
you
like
why
Wendy.
he's so hard.
Why he's so hard though?
Yes.
But
his little brother be getting on my nerves.
oh yeah, but he was hard though. His brother's power was
His
crazy.
brother's power is cool.
No cap.
No, he holds it down until the
No.
end of it.
Anyway.
Oh, no, I said don't spoil that shit because Sharita ain't watch. We want to make sure
We're
that
not
the character
spoiling
building
it,
but
he
is
hold it down.
wonderful.
We have to lean into the
But we want to respect all of our manga readers out there that have read the story and you're seeing the story come
Just
to
read
life. I'm trying to vouch for manga because niggas just not on the wave. Like you can actually
Read it.
see the art coming to life.
Read it. Like it takes like the story is actually pretty short. You can get through it in like 2
You
days.
get through it.
That's facts.
Like literally 2 days. If you just have 2 days to relax, read it.
But back to the issue at hand. What was he talking about?
Talking about Nezuko?
Nezuko.
Okay,
Yeah.
but her story and everything in the entertainment district was wild.
Oh, she ate.
Yep.
Yo.
Mm.
She
Like-
ate that right on the.
Ended.
Bro, Nezuko, I want to say the moment that Daki kicked her leg off and that jank just healed right back.
She said.
Man, like,
And
She was
Daki
like, oh shit, you can
"She
heal
could've
faster than
done
me?
Yo.
First of all, Daki was getting waxed that whole fight. She got her head cut off like at least 5
Yeah.
times.
And.
Oh my god. It was giving codependency. It was giving codependency.
And here go, what's his name? Enabling it.
Talking about Utero?
Yeah. But the other thing about Nezuko, like, just like Tanjiro, she's also a moral compass, too.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Remember
about to
when-
say, I felt her as a moral compass even
Yeah.
more so than Tanjiro because her very existence forces you to empathize,
Question,
at least so far,
yeah.
with the anime. You are forced to really think about and not villainize demons, or at least empathize with them.
Exactly. And then I liked how, because you know how old boy, Tanjiro's first instructor, you know how he did the
Orokudaki.
Orokudaki?
What you
Yeah.
call it? He
Hypnosis?
hypnotized her. Yeah.
Yeah.
to think that
Humans
all
are
her
good,
family.
demons are enemies.
No. It's that humans are her family. So every time she sees a human, she sees a member of her family. And so when the doctor was there, when they first met the doctor, who's a demon, and her little sidekick who's obsessed with the doctor, what are their names again?
What's
the doctor and the
talking about the one who made the medicine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit. What's her name?
Lady something, yeah.
Lady Tanja?
Something along those lines.
Yeah, that's something.
And the little boy.
Yeah, the boy, yep.
Nezuko saw them as members of her family. Mind you, they're demons. And so they were like, she started crying because she was like, you think I'm a human still? So, like, really, like, that alone makes you question, like, what is a demon, what is a human? Because Nezuko is seeing these demons as members of her family when she was hypnotized to see humans as members of her family.
That's facts.
So,
I think
I thought it was a beautiful moment.
something to also realize is how much trauma people have gone through in Demon Slayer. Everybody has gone through
they
trauma.
always giving it. Everybody got stories to tell.
Everybody. It's like even if you
The
look at all the
demons are
Hashiras, if you look at all the Hashiras, you're gonna think trauma. Like these niggas have gone through something. If you look at the demons, the demons have gone through something too. Like look at like Rui, for example.
Yeah.
The string dude. That was actually kind of sad when he went out. But all he like he seemed like he was like a little spoiled, like stuck up brat when he was trying to kill Tanjiro, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like that's your sister.
He's
That's
like,
cool."
I want her.
Yeah, like he was trying to
yeah,
possess her because he didn't have a family or whatever, or he
Yeah.
wanted a family and whatnot.
And then you realize, like, he wanted a family. Like,
Exactly.
The whole thing. And then the whole, like, metaphor was, like, he's putting on a play. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that was so cool. I like the writing. Old girl's
Yeah.
pen is
Absolutely.
hot. Okay?
It is.
Her pen goes crazy.
It does though. Yeah, that was a good backstory for Rui, and that was also good build up for Tanjiro and Nezuko too, because that's the first time we saw Nezuko's blood demon art. And then when they worked side by side, it looked like it was gonna go crazy.
And then when
You pulled up?
pulled up, that's my fave too. I love Gyu as a Hashira. When
Gyu
he
is
pulled
awesome.
up, he said, "Congratulations for surviving this long."
I think it's funny how Gyu's moveset, like, it's kind of portrayed how he is. Like the 11th form, dead calm. He's always dead calm.
Yeah.
Like he's like one of the most nonchalant, apathetic kind of Hashiras. Outside of the
And it's like he's not
Yeah.
even apathetic, but he's very quiet. He's a man of few words. But you know what I thought was cute and quirky is when they arrived, him and the butterfly Hashira. When they arrived to the scene, and she was telling him that none of the other Hashira likes him. And
he was like, what?
He was like, I don't think that I'm unliked. And like you could see, like he not even clocking that people think that he's different or like weird. And he's not even apathetic. He's actually very empathetic to Tanjiro.
Oh, yeah, to Tanjiro. You're right,
He
you're right,
wants
you're
to
right.
commit seppuku,
Yeah, that's true.
like
That's true.
riding for Nezuko in them.
That's
So
true.
he don't even, I think he's very much neurodivergent.
It could.
He's
It's
giving
giving
very
that.
much, something like that. But it's not giving like he's apathetic.
Okay, I can say that. Maybe it's just he does not show his like emotions as much, like when he's in front of like the Hashira and stuff like that. He's
be
more
missing social
he's
cues.
more reserved, if you would say that. And he doesn't really have facial expressions. The only time he really had like a facial expression was when he got aggravated at Tanjiro for bowing down and stuff like that. Everything else has been just like flat out just dead calm, like his move.
Yeah, and he don't picking up
Yeah.
social cues.
It's the social cues he's missing.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, he comes off as like almost hyper empathetic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He has the same English voice actor as Ichigo from Bleach, by the way.
Oh, there
That's
it is.
dope.
You know, Tanjiro has the same voice actor as
Deku. Yeah, that's
Which
dope.
that works because they're both cancers. You haven't seen My Hero, but
Now I think about it, Tanjiro and Deku both are extremely empathetic people.
Yeah, they're cancer. I think they're cancers. Probably.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character. Let me think. Inosuke probably.
Inosuke.
Yeah.
Inosuke be wild.
He would be your favorite character.
Why is that like? Why?
He's that nigga though. No, Inosuke is that nigga. Let's not get it wrong.
Well, of course, but like
He
he's
created
just
his
cool as
own-
shit.
Yeah.
Like he has like his own breathing. Like he's the only one that fights with two swords.
He came out the mud for sure.
Like I don't. Well, no. What other kid? Nah, Tengen.
Yeah, Tengen got
Yeah,
two.
Tengen plays with two swords.
That's true.
Who else though? Yeah, just him and Tengen, and they're both like offshoots of like Wind style.
Very true.
So like it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I fuck with Inosuke because Inosuke he doesn't fear anything. He just willing to just go for it, even if he was about to die. Like
Nah, he has fear.
he does. What?
Yeah, like he only like cares about like the close people to him. Like,
Oh, okay.
like anytime like Tanjiro or like Zenitsu or like what's her face, Nezuko. Like anytime they're in trouble, like he gets very emotional.
Oh, you're right.
Like he starts to get louder. Like he like starts to react more and like get more sensitive to like the things around him.
Yeah, his whole thing is like he came out the mud like he's a Tarzan, so he didn't grow up around people. So as soon as he meets Tanjiro and Zenitsu and Nezuko, he's starting to understand what it's like to like be around people, to forge bonds and all those things. So like you see him like growing through that, and I think like in the first arc that he's in there, when they're gearing to go into the forest, they go to like this spa to recoup and rejuvenate after the house battle.
Okay.
And the lady who's like the lady of that spa or whatever is like, good luck, I'm praying for your well-being. And he's like, why are you praying for me? What does that mean? Then he goes and fights and he like, that like really sticks with him. He's like, oh, like these people care about me. Then he like remembers Tanjiro's words.
Right.
Nezuko and Zenitsu, and he's like, oh, okay. You can see all throughout that arc that he's like starting to understand like what it means to be like related to somebody else, or like to fight on behalf of somebody else and like not just yourself. So like you see his growth through that.
Cause
Yeah, that's interesting.
those were like his first bonds after he lost his mother. Like he carries around her head, like literally, like he's attached to bonding. Like he wants someone in his life, so he's very protective over like the people he does have. So like he will start to like get emotional in fights and like really like just go straight at the target because like that's the only thing he can think of.
That's
to do to
interesting.
protect.
And by the time we get to Rengoku, he also really looks up to Rengoku. All of them do. By
That's
the time
true.
we get there and Rengoku dies, he's like they're crying, and Tanjiro and Zenitsu are crying, and he's like, y'all need to stop crying. Mind you, he's crying too.
Right.
And he's like, we have to train, we have to get stronger, so like this will never happen again.
Right. Yeah, that was.
But like they're
interesting.
all sitting there crying, and it's so cute, like how their bond grows over the course of the show. Because then when we get to the entertainment district, at the end of that battle, when Tanjiro finds Zenitsu and Inosuke, and then Nezuko's there, and they're all hugging, and they were like, "We made it!" That was such a cute moment. It was so precious. They was like, "We made it through."
Oh, weak.
And then old boy shows up.
Which
the
one?
The snake nigga.
Oh,
He
yeah.
shows up
Igoro?
and he's like, and Tengen is like,
He was like, you need to train and get back to work.
he was like, you need to get back to work. And Tengen's like, I'm retiring.
retiring.
And then he's like, congratulations for killing a upper moon, even though it was the lowest one. But I guess congratulations are in order. And he's like, no, I'm retiring. And he's like, you can't. And then he was like, we don't have any promising people or whatever. And then Tengen was like, yes, we do.
Tanjiro.
We got all these young demon slayers who are like on the up and up. And he's like, they survived? That nigga was shocked.
Yeah,
he
he
was
did.
like, they survived this battle. And then that's when they cut to Tanjiro, Inosuke, Nezuko, and Zenitsu hugging and be like, we made it. That was so cute. I shed a tear. Sure did.
I'm weak. Well, let's talk about Zenitsu because Zenitsu is tough too.
That's my favorite character.
Like when
He had to grow on me.
he did. He did though.
I did not mess with him.
When he first came on the screen, I don't know if anybody remembers this. When he first came on the screen, it was like, okay, like who is this dorky dude? And then once they passed the first exam and he was still there and he was still dorky, I'm like, how the hell did he survive?
No, but for
And
real.
then, once it came to when they went in the house with the dude with the drums and stuff like that, and he first went to sleep,
Funny.
and I was like, oh, so this
Yo.
nigga be doing stuff when he unconscious,
Right?
And then
Look, Zenitsu is my favorite character. Over the past, like last month or whatever, me and my roommate, shout out to you, Jocelyn, we rewatched all of Demon Slayer, right? And her favorite character is also Zenitsu.
Zenitsu?
Every single time Zenitsu fell asleep, he went crazy, and we were so excited. But also, like, Zenitsu was anxious about this shit, and that's fair because they really in the trenches.
They in the trenches.
They're anxious about that, but it took them a while to introduce his abilities to us. So up until that point, I'm like, this nigga's a liability. Like, he's a liability at this right now. So, I mean, once we saw his abilities, I was like, okay. But up until that point, it's very much.
The house battle was crazy.
He also gets like the best like character development.
Yeah,
in, like,
he does.
That is facts. That is
like,
facts.
at the very end, like.
Oh yeah, he's like that.
He's
No,
like
that.
I am on his team.
Yeah.
But at first, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it wasn't giving at first.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he'd be annoying, but it's funny because like.
Well, now it's funny.
The build up is just so funny because like him awake and him unconscious are two different people. But yeah, the house one where it was like they went in there and it was like the little kid and the little girl and their brother was stolen and they go in there and Zenitsu's with the little brother and the little brother's having to like drag him in that house and like having to take care of him and like
that was funny.
Zenitsu was very funny for that. And then Tanjiro and Zenitsu's dynamic is funny too because Tanjiro will be sick of Zenitsu. And he'll be like, nigga, if you don't get on,
right,
you're
literally
not coming into the house. And Zenitsu's like, I can't. And he was like, fine then. Like trying to guilt trip. That's
but
funny
what's
too.
even funnier is Zenitsu's obsession with Nezuko.
Yeah.
Oh, Nezuko.
Obsessed. Like, meanwhile, Nezuko's like, why are you so obsessed with me?
No, Nezuko's like, you know, she be making that little sound.
Like, and then she be blinking. She be like, what's going on?
Nezuko is hilarious. But no, I saw this YouTube video and that jank like blew my mind, right? So the battle between Yutaro and Tengen, somebody broke that jank down and slowed it down. And Yutaro is actually really, really smart. So when they were battling, Yutaro realized that Tengen was saving. Every time Tengen jumped in to save Tanjiro, he saved him on his left side. Like he would throw him with his left hand and then start battling Yutaro again. Then Yutaro, that's why he cut off his left hand at first. And then when Tengen came back and he was fighting with just one hand, he saved Tanjiro again with his left side. And that's why Yutaro sliced his left eye. So he took out his whole left vision.
Oh, wow.
Took out his left vision. So Yutaro has battle experience. Like he's actually
hundreds of years.
Yeah, he's actually smart. Like it didn't really seem like he was smart like as a demon because they don't like. I don't necessarily see them as like tactical, like Tanjiro and Tengen and stuff like that. But when he went back and showed us exactly like from time point to time point, then that shit was wild. Like it just like blew my mind type shit.
Yeah, I feel like that's why the Hashira are even more impressive because the demons, they have hundreds of years to like fine tune their craft. And you can see that through, oh boy, the punch-in one.
That's true.
What's that?
Akaza.
Yeah. You can see through him because he's like, Rengoku, if you became a demon, you could literally be the strongest ever. Like, we could literally spend all of our lives
fighting each other.
And that's like what they've been doing. Like, the demons are so strong. They've literally been
fighting for hundreds of years.
For all these years, like, they have the battle, like, knowledge. They have the strength. They don't die unless you chop off their heads. And they have a lot of ways to get around that. And then, like, they regenerate and all this stuff. So, like, that makes the Hashira all the more impressive. And some of them niggas, like the little nigga,
which one?
The youngest Hashira.
The Mist?
Who literally became a Hashira a couple months.
Yeah, the Mist
like,
one.
When you think
He's like that.
Like,
he is, okay, wait till this next arc come out.
Yeah.
The Swordsmith arc, he gonna show you something. He is gonna show you something.
Oh, it's a Swordsmith.
Swordsmith arc. Yeah, with him and then the Love Hashira. Yeah, so she's strong too. Mind you, like they had a chart of who's like physically the strongest, and she tied with Rengoku. It was like interchangeable. I think it was the Stone Hashira at top, and then it was Tengen after that, and who was the
Stone Hashira is the strongest.
I'm excited.
No, I'm saying like in terms of physical strength.
Oh, physical
strength.
How about that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she about to tear it up.
But the Love Hashira was like on par with Rengoku in terms of physical strength.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see that then.
Yeah, she's gonna go crazy.
Oh, she'd be a cute cosplay.
This is
That's
very,
facts.
very true.
She would.
That is facts.
Save note for later.
I forget her name, but it's a great character build up between like her and then another Hashira down the line. It's gonna get tough. it's gonna get like that. But let's talk about. Oh yeah, we can't talk about it because it hasn't come out yet. But just know that Tanjiro's dad was like that too.
We get little glimpses here and there.
See,
Yeah,
that's what I'm really excited to see. Because like you get glimpses of that like throughout it. So yeah, by the end you're wondering, or by the end of like where it's at now, you're wondering like, what's this about his dad? So,
Literally, like you just like character build.
I'm like, what's going on?
Like, I'm not gonna cap like the way that it goes is not necessarily predictable because a lot of times I be predicting things. Like I can predict an anime because they follow usually the same formula.
Yeah.
But I would say Demon Slayer veers off and it's like much more original than that. So like I can't like I wouldn't say I would have predicted where it would have gone, but it was like really cool what they ended up doing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that Tanjiro's family got murked like that. He had two younger brothers and he had one younger sister. Two younger sisters technically, because Nezuko.
And then the baby.
And the baby, yeah. Like they all got destroyed.
And the mama.
And the mom. But the dad already passed away because he was sick. He was sick. Shit.
I think that's what helped me later down the line is how extreme that was in the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's why the death that came later, I was fine.
We started off
the start. I'm like,
like just laid out. That didn't make
first
no
time I watched
sense.
that, I was like, damn, even the baby.
Even the baby, that didn't make no damn sense.
Like,
So what do y'all think were the best fights in Demon Slayer so far?
Tengen and old boy and
You
old
too?
girl, that was lit.
Okay.
Yo, the way that Zenitsu and Inosuke was holding their own with Daki,
yes.
they was tearing
That was
her
lit.
up. That was lit. Nezuko
I was about to say
Daki,
Nezuko and Daki, yes.
That shit
That was
lit.
insane.
That was lit. Like,
Here's-
my girl was regenerating and she kicked her leg.
No,
Like, come on now.
That was tough.
Cool.
That was
that
tough.
was insane.
When Daki got up and then Nezuko stumped her out like she had
Yes.
she had some Timberlands on.
Like, what?
She had the Timberlands on and stumped.
her. Like,
She was so cool. Nezuko is like that, okay?
No bullshit though. But one of my favorite fights is definitely Zenitsu and the spider nigga. That shit was
that's
hard.
fair.
I also like Tanjiro and the little kid demon.
Oh, and Rui?
That one
went crazy.
Because that was the first time that we got the blood art with Nezuko, and then I think that was the first time Tanjiro started using the fire.
Yeah, fire breathing.
It was
the
the
sun
fight.
breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
No
lit.
cap. But when Zenitsu fought that spider nigga, when I tell you,
He was so funny.
he was like, what's it called? What was his first form? What's his first form? Thunderclap and Flash, and then he
That's all
said
he got.
sixfold. He said sixfold, and then the spiders just dispersed, and then he started bouncing off of all the spider webs, and then chopped the spider nigga up. That shit was hard. And then he landed on the. Now, first of all, it was plot armor.
Like that.
It was plot armor because he
I was
landed on
teasing
the
Zenitsu at that point.
he landed on like the tree thing. It was like a tree that the spider was sleeping in, but he landed on that after he did his move. So it was kind of plot armor because he would have fell to his death, and then the butterfly Hashira came and saved him.
Because he had already been bit at that point, and he was shrinking and going bald.
Yeah, he was.
And he was like, "Oh my god!"
He's like, my hair is
He's
falling
so
out.
funny, bro. He's so funny.
He was like, my hair is falling out. What was your favorite fight, Josh?
My favorite one, probably like at that point in the anime, is probably still going to be like Tanjiro versus Giyu. Like at the very
The very beginning. Oh yeah, that's underrated.
cool.
That's underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's underrated.
That is
because
underrated.
like it just shows you like how smart
Tanjiro is.
and like how like willing he is to just like make sure someone else is like
It's
safe.
good. Yeah.
Like, but my other one, it's like this is a Nitsu fight, but it's like his like last fight.
Okay. So at the end of the series, yeah, that shit goes crazy. That shit goes crazy.
Right.
I'm not gonna hold. But which Inosuke fight went crazy when Inosuke had to fight the he thought it was the upper moon, but it wasn't. The
He
puppet.
got thrown. Well, when Tajiko got thrown.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the dad?
Yeah,
Yeah, the spider dad.
Spider. That was a
And then
cool
when
fight
you
too.
showed up, My man Inosuke was so depressed.
He was like, man, what?
He was like, oh.
That's why Gyu sliced through him like butter, and Inosuke was like, man, fuck.
And then Inosuke was telling Gyu that it was the upper moon, and Gyu was like, no, it's not. And Inosuke was like, that's what Tanjiro told me, and I didn't say that. Inosuke is so funny.
Inosuke is hilarious. But another a few characters that were also kind of cool were Oroku Daki's students. We didn't necessarily see exactly everything they were doing, but I like just their character design in general.
Yeah,
like the dude with the scar. The dude with the scar. That was Gyu's friend.
Yeah.
And the other girl that used the water breathing technique, she was cool too. The agile one, because that's how the demon was describing. He said one of them was really powerful, and then the other one was really really agile, but he ended up killing both of them.
Did they show the death in the anime though?
No, they showed the death of the dude, the powerful one with the orange hair. They showed him his sword breaking.
Isn't that part of Yu's final progressions, him relive? Is that a spoiler?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a spoiler.
It's hard to talk about this shit.
It's okay. I've accepted.
At this point, you're going to put two and two together.
I'm
Honestly,
saying,
you're not even, because it's going to go left. Okay?
No cap. I can kind of relate to Tanjiro too, because he has a really really strong sense of smell, and I feel like I do too. That's why I like sense a lot. But Tanjiro would literally be smelling demons. He's like, oh yeah, it don't seem like a demon's been here. But when he went to his house and Muzan killed his family, he was like, it was only one demon smell there, and it wasn't Nezuko's. And I think that's a really cool feat to have.
Also, Zenitsu and his sense of hearing.
Yeah.
That is very true. That is also very true. But what else would I say? What makes Demon Slayer so unique is because they brought a whole new skill set to the game. Total concentration, breathing is very, very cool. Yeah, it's very cool. It's not like a jutsu. It's not a blast. It's not any of this stuff. It's like a natural thing that we as humans could do. Yeah. So they don't even necessarily have overwhelming powers.
Yeah.
Either the demons do, but the actual Hashira, they don't necessarily have a woman power. So I think that total concentration, breathing dynamic, I think that just kind of changed the game.
Yeah.
So I saw this on Twitter. Which, do you think, the Demon Slayer universe is, comparative to, My Hero's universe?
No.
Power-wise?
Hell no.
You think so?
But the quirks?
But, if you think about Muzan, you kind of, just...
If we want to spoil shit, then maybe. But no. Still no.
But the quirks is way different, because you can get a quirk where, you literally half the animal. Or you can get a quirk where, I don't know, man.
Bro, who is seeing All Might, bro?
I don't...
Rock
dude?
It's very different. If we don't compare...
Yeah.
Bro,
if All Might, hits him, I think he might be, Nomu level, kind of.
Nomu level?
I think he'll be able to take, an All Might hit.
If anything, I wouldn't say any of the Hashiras would be able to take anybody in My Hero. I would say the demons would, the upper moons, if anything.
Oh, yeah, Aikaza is definitely hanging with All Might.
Because if you think about it, none of the demons got...
Deku.
I don't see how the worlds are comparable.
Yeah, I don't necessarily see how it really is either.
If we don't compare something, we should compare, swords to swords.
Swords to swords. So, I mean, you got Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Demon Slayer is waxing them.
Yeah, they're gone. It's done with. Rurouni Kenshin is the most, realistic, I would say.
Samurai Jack got all of them. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Samurai Jack is running through Demon Slayer.
Bro.
I don't watch it.
Easy. He was, going back and forth through hell it was nothing. And time traveling.
He was, though. That Samurai Jack was like that. But for the demons, there was only, one demon that got soloed, I think. Upper Moon.
Nah. At the final fights? This is manga spoilers. This is manga spoilers.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot it hadn't come out yet.
What else should we talk about with regard to Demon Slayer?
With Demon Slayer? Well, I guess when you look at just the build up in terms of from when Tanjiro was learning the breathing techniques from Oroku Daki and stuff like that, I thought it was cool how he just decided to chop his hair off, and then he started getting the Demon Slayer mark and all that shit. Like that shit was tough.
Ooh, what are your predictions, Sharita?
My predictions for
Yeah. What do you think the mark on Tanjiro's head means?
You see that shit come to life when he was fighting Yutaro?
I feel like is it gonna end up having something to do with his father?
Kind of.
A little bit.
I feel like that's the direction it's gonna go in. I don't know
Because
what,
right
though.
now what we do know is that Tanjiro, while he was fighting them, he was like, I got mine by being burned, but my dad got hit. My dad was born with his. So,
That, my predictions has something to do with his father. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting prediction actually. But I think Tanjiro's dad, like, and this goes for all anime for real. Anybody's daddy is like that. Literally, anybody.
Because they be very mysterious. Either they're mysterious or they ain't there.
Or they ain't there, but they always like that.
But they're always gonna be.
They always
a
like
key piece to the puzzle.
Right. They are. If he pulls up, he's not losing. And
think about it.
Naruto,
Minato.
Bleach.
Yeah, the only one
Like-
that doesn't have a dad is Luffy.
Oh no, he's the most wanted man in One Piece.
Wait, who? Luffy's dad?
Monkey D. Dragon is his name.
Wait, that's a thing.
Yes, he's
Okay,
the
so
most
who's
wanted
that?
man in
I
One
tried to
Piece.
watch it. I watched the first 200
Okay.
episodes.
So when do
I
we
had to
meet
cut it.
Dragon?
We met him a couple times, but there's only been panels of Dragon less than my fingers can count. And
Right.
One Piece has been out for 20 years, so he's like one of the most mysterious
Okay,
characters.
so like they haven't like met him, like the
No,
like,
Luffy hasn't met him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Luffy hasn't met him. Like we recently seen Dragon when he was trying to talk to Bartholomew Kuma.
So like, does the universe know that that's his daddy?
Yeah, the lava nigga was trying to murk Luffy's ass when he found out that Luffy was his son.
Oh shit.
No cap, like it was getting like that, bro. Dragon
Because I
got
think
clout.
Tanjiro's a cancer and also Deku's a cancer. These the niggas that be crying.
Who,
Deku
Tanjiro
cries
and
even
Deku?
more, though.
Zenitsu be crying too.
I know Zenitsu be crying, but it's a different type of crying. He's
Are
so
we still-
anxious. He's so
Oh yeah.
but with Deku, he got empathy. I mean, with Deku is empathy, and with Tanjiro, it's just immense empathy.
Who's your favorite
I
Hashira?
mean, Zenitsu does give a little bit of verbal.
That's what I was thinking. His stomach was hurting. I just know it.
Yes.
Who's your
Tengen. I like Tengen and I like Ringo. I like the Butterfly Girl too.
Okay.
Mine is Butterfly Girl and then Tengen. Second.
Okay.
Top two.
Butterfly and
But I
Tengen.
really want to see this development with the love Hashira. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
'cause
love
I peeped
Hashira.
her just in what we've seen so far. Like we haven't seen her like fight or anything
Uh-huh.
like that, but I'm
Yeah.
just really curious about just her dialogue so far. I'm
Yeah.
really curious about exactly what her abilities are. So
She's funny too. I like how
She
each
is.
Hashira has like a thing. The type of time they on.
That's
and
facts.
she be like, oh my god, he's so cute.
Yeah, she do.
Oh my god.
Is it
Nesco is so cute.
is it giving
Oh.
is it giving Nana?
What? He said, is it giving Nana? You didn't even watch
not
Nana.
right.
did it.
Please watch it so we can shit talk it.
But I would say my favorite Hashira, Rengoku and Giyu, for sure.
Oh, I forgot about Gyu. Gyu is up there,
Tomioka.
too. Tomioka? Yeah, I like Tomioka.
He like that. What are you, guys?
What's the Wind Hashira's name again?
Oh,
And also like the Snake Hashira.
Igoro.
Orochimaru
Igoro.
ass nigga.
Igoro is
But
the
like
snake Hashira.
also the missed one too. Like, the
Okay,
missed one's
the
like-
missed one was too.
The missed one?
Muichiro is the
Yeah.
missed one.
Yeah,
I can't remember the wind nigga's name though.
I don't remember.
Damn, I kind of.
Couldn't
I
tell.
think it starts with
It start
like
with an S. Yeah, start with an S.
Sin.
Shinigitsu, some shit. But
Nah, his backstory is hard.
hard as a
Yeah.
bitch. And his sword is tough too.
His brother should have went and lived a life normally. That's all I can say.
That's true. Did Tanjiro? Did he get Rengoku's sword?
Nah, he got the like guard.
Yeah.
The guard?
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
Cause I was looking at it, I was like, ain't that Rengoku shit?
Because, yeah,
That's tough.
I think Rengoku's little brother gave it to him.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. Like at the
yeah.
end,
Oh, Rengoku's little brother.
like
Yeah,
Tanjiro
he
went
was
to
cool.
go like pay respects
And
again.
his dad. Oh, my
Oh yeah, let's talk about Rengoku's dad. What was up with that nigga? First of all, he was a
depressed.
Hashira back in the day.
Yeah.
And I could tell that just by the way he was moving. Like, he was beating Tanjiro up just with his hands.
I think it was a couple things. I think he's seen a lot on the field.
He probably did.
I think
PTSD.
he probably had PTSD. A lot of his niggas probably
died.
died.
Oh,
And then also his wife died.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
that's
after
a
that,
spoiler, ain't it?
No. It's in the anime.
Is it already?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So his
I
wife.
bet Taylor. That.
What? His wife died, and
No,
so
it's okay.
those things compounded, made him depressed, and made him an alcoholic. And so all he's doing now is drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's also being a horrible father and being verbally abusive to his sons. And physically abusive. And now my nigga Rengoku gotta raise his brother. He said, "Bitch, I'm a mobile." He had to raise his brother.
And they're trying to.
himself.
He was trying to diminish their dreams of being Hashira
But
too.
I felt like that's the part that got me.
Yeah.
His little brother.
Yeah.
That's the part that got me. Like,
Oh, his brother was so sweet. Looked just like.
and
Yo.
Rengoku, right?
A literally mini version.
Yo,
He look like a
tell me
meme
why-
version.
Tell me why when I was watching this with my roommate Jocelyn, she was like, "Why they all look like that?" And I was like, "Girl,
Got
that's
some
their
strong.
phenotype."
They got some. Hey, look, the Rengoku family has some strong ass
Some
genes.
strong genes. I was like, "That's their phenotype."
It's
The
giving.
same.
It's giving.
like niggas.
Who else got? It's giving Kevin Hart and his family. It's giving Kevin Hart family. That's the Rengoku family.
And
see it?
No, I've never seen Kevin Hart's
even
family.
the
We're gonna give a snippet of it.
Like Tyler James Williams. And
Oh
all his
yeah,
brothers,
all of them.
Their parents
Yeah.
really said copy and paste.
Bro,
Yeah.
they copied and pasted Rengoku's face on all the boys. That was hilarious, though. We didn't get to see much of all the other Hashira's family, though. We didn't see Gyu's family.
They didn't have a family.
They didn't have a family.
They were
probably
all
died.
like.
They might have
orphans.
died.
I was about to say, are they
Actually, we got to see kind of.
Honestly, I think Rengoku is the only one who like had at least a little, probably the least amount of trauma.
That's true. Okay,
Like in terms of like not.
That is
his
that- that's
family
true.
Didn't get murked.
that is true.
He had all his family. Because honestly, when we were in the
I didn't notice
train
that.
movie, and we were watching, like when they all went fell asleep and they were in like their little worlds or whatever, I like just knew that when Rengoku was with his family, they were gonna get killed, and that was gonna be his backstory.
Damn.
But they didn't. So I was like, oh okay.
That's
so, like,
what clues you into him dying.
yeah.
Is the fact that he had family alive. That was the first thing that clues you in. Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna be the one that doesn't make
Yeah,
it.
That's
honestly, I definitely figured it out that he was about to die, and I turned, because we watched it in theaters, I turned to AJ, I was like, is he gonna die? He did not tell me. I was like, tell me, I'm gonna look it up. And he wouldn't tell me, so what I do, I looked it up, because I have to prepare myself. And then I still was crying.
Yeah, nah, I was mad when he went out. I was like, damn, bro, cause I could relate to him so much, like just that burning desire. I feel like my inner spirit is just like Rengoku's. You gonna walk
Fire.
through a whole bunch of fire and shit. And Tanjiro's was just like peaceful, tranquil, and serene.
Tanjiro is literally the perfect angel. Like
Like
sometimes he's too perfect.
like
Like, he has
the
no
fact-
flaws.
the fact that the
Like-
dude was possessed, right? The dude on the train was possessed. He went in there. He was like, oh shit. And then a little like angel came and started holding his hand. He was like, "This is
But
this."
mind you, the kids weren't possessed. They were sick, and they were trying to go into a dream state, and they were being manipulated.
Yeah, Enmu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Enmu was kind of wild. Cause now that you think about it, the way that she he or
They
Just
never
say they.
specified.
they. Okay, so the way that they survived from the Muzan attack, like they were like, yeah, I want to take all of your blood, just kill me here, la 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 la, and then Muzan just like let them survive, and then got on the train.
I feel like they really knew how to play the game. Because they was watching all the other ones, like, all the other demons die. They were like, oh, that's stupid. When the one demon
Literally,
like, oh, they get murked.
they get hurt.
They said you don't even have to worry about it.
Exactly.
It's not even that serious.
Nah, the
They were like,
funniest.
I know exactly what to do. Give me your blood, Muhan.
Nah, the funniest death out of all of them was when the dude was like, Muzan, just give me your blood, give me your blood. And he was like, did you just tell me what to do?
Right? They was like, no. And then he
He
was
was
like,
like,
did you just tell me I was wrong?
just tell me what to
Muhan
do?
is so fucking
The one that was
annoying.
like reading their thoughts.
That one was when it ran
he was
away.
like, no, he read a couple people's thoughts, but I'm talking about
true.
the one where like he was like going back and forth like with them in his head,
That's true. Yeah, that was
and
crazy.
then like murked him right there.
He was like, no, go ahead and finish your sentence.
Muzan is a Pisces.
Oh, y'all think Muzan's a Pisces?
I don't know. What's the most villainous?
I thought it was Gemini.
I don't think so.
It's not Gemini.
I don't know. I have. That's not my
People
wheelhouse.
do be hating on Geminis though.
Not my wheelhouse.
But that's because people think that they two-faced, but really they just multi-dimensional.
They are. And they could just see situations from a lot of different sides.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate to see it, but sometimes Musan is given some Capricorn placement. I hate to say that because that's a self-drag. Definitely not completely, but like there might be a couple Capricorn.
That shit is funny. Muzan is lit. Like when he switched his forms and stuff like that, I think that's funny.
I love how Demon Slayer plays around with gender. That's cool. Gender performance and all that.
You know, another anime that really did that well was Hunter x Hunter.
They did it. I don't know if they did it well.
Well, they did it.
It was done.
Honestly, that writer, he did that in Yu Yu Hakusho too.
He did.
Like, honestly, anime has such a weird thing going on where they like to explore gender and performance and whatnot, but in a very, like, transphobic way, oftentimes. That's weird. And it'd be weird. It's like, oh, y'all want to explore these things, but y'all still got some shit to work through.
That's true.
Depictions.
That is true.
There's some moments. But even with Naruto, I feel like Muzan draws a lot from Orochimaru.
That is very true.
Just because,
yeah, he's a scientist.
And then also the ways that like Orochimaru like occupied different bodies. I remember, I'll never forget in the original Naruto when he was fighting against Lord Third, and they ripped off his face and he was a woman, and Lord Third was like,
"Who the hell are you? What in the devil are you?
What did you do?" And Orochimaru was like, I've transcended like the human form. And then and then in Boruto, oh boy, what's Orochimaru's child? Mizuki was like, they were like, who is your parent? And Mizuki kept saying, my parent is. And Boruto and Sarada was like, is it your mom or your dad? And Mizuki was like, both, my nigga. So yeah,
that shit is hilarious.
Exactly.
So do y'all have any closing thoughts on Demon Slayer?
I enjoyed it as because Demon Slayer was my first anime.
Okay.
So
I
started it.
Yeah.
Taylor put me on.
I be putting the girls on the Demon Slayer first because it's really a top tier.
It is.
Watching anything else though?
Right now, I just finished Death Note.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm about to.
That shit go crazy.
I'm about to start My Hero.
Okay.
Because Sharita loves
Death Note. That's a good pickup.
I do love superheroes, so that's why I'm about to start that. And I did love Death Note, and I also want to start. I got recommended Death Parade.
I haven't seen that.
You like Death Parade?
Yeah, I like Death Parade.
Because I really like the premise of it is like playing with like death and like afterlife related things. So stuff like that interests me.
And like morality.
Yeah, so stuff like that interests me in real life. So I'm about to watch that. So yeah.
Period.
Attack on Titan would be really easy.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be a
Also
really
boring.
easy watch for you. Like if you really like the way it started with like Demon Slayer, you'll
Okay.
like the beginning of Attack on Titan.
Okay.
It's dark.
By that he mean everybody get murdered.
And of course, Nana, me and Taylor.
Attack on Titan don't give a fuck about their
story,
characters.
though. Nana's a whole.
Attack on Titan don't give a damn about their characters.
Yeah, because they're supposed to die.
How they supposed to die?
They are like for like the writing of like that type of show. Like you can't live through that. It's supposed to be a horror show. But like, what about like Devilman Crybaby?
I haven't watched it. Devilman Crybaby.
Devilman
Y'all
Crybaby
watch
has
Devilman
like an
Crybaby?
amazing ending to me.
I watched the first season of Attack on Titan. I haven't seen what you talk about. Over the past break, I've seen Nana.
Yeah, we could go on about that one.
Spy X Family. I ate that up. It's a great show.
Spy X Family?
Yeah, that's a great
recommend.
We'll talk about that on the show next
Spy
time.
X Family was that show. And then I watched Chainsaw
Chainsaw Man?
Man, which was literally just Jujutsu Kaisen again. But,
Whoa.
like, it's absolutely Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's not.
It's
Whoa.
one- Be fucking for real.
Disrespectful.
Like really think. Come on, Josh. Don't be up
Again.
Okay, whichever one came first. They're the same anime.
They're not the same.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
They are extremely similar.
They're
Josh.
similar, yes,
not
but they're
even
not
just
the
little,
same.
Not similar, extremely similar. What happens at the beginning of Jujutsu Kaisen? This nigga eat a thumb, and then the demon is like a part of him.
Yes.
What happens in Chainsaw Man?
He gets
this
fused
nigga
with his
gets
best friend.
fused with this demon. Then what happened? They over here trying to find bullets. And Jujutsu Kaisen, what the fuck? They trying to find fingers.
Similar, yes.
That is true. But
Literally the same powers.
But like the storytelling
what
is completely different. It is. Like the setup, yes, the initial setup
the literal
is very,
plot, and they tell the
similar.
story different in a different font. And the font is more misogynistic in Chainsaw Man.
No, because like you go from different like the main character ends up changing in Chainsaw Man. Like it's not the same. Like it's hard to say it's the same when you're going from like one character and like his story ended, but he's like now essentially another part of the story with a different main character. Like I'm coming from like the manga side, maybe I guess, but like the anime, yeah, from like the first couple seasons, it's going to be like very very similar. But like if you're reading them, if you're reading them, it goes completely different. Like Chainsaw Man isn't like a traditional shonen. Like Jujutsu Kaisen is still kind of going in like a traditional shonen route with like horror seinen like mixed in between. I think I'm saying that right. Seinen. But like it's like kind of mixed in between, somewhere in between there. I feel like Chainsaw Man is like just seinen. Like it's the storytelling from like the first main character is a shonen because that's a teenage boy. But I wouldn't say that's necessarily like
That's the first. There's more. You're kind of spoiling it for me. I'm not gonna cap. Because now I know there's more main characters. So
but it's literally called part 2 though.
Oh, dang. Ain't you? Never mind. So, long story short, even there's a whole character who got the dog sign things.
That's true.
Where the dog come and eat shit. And in Jujutsu Kaisen, what that nigga got?
You got dog signs.
Literally the same little hands they be making.
You're correct, yeah.
I think it's cool that Jujutsu Kaisen acknowledged Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach,
because it literally
and Dragon Ball.
Look, I don't know the plagiarism, policies when it comes to the anime world, but they do be
picking and pulling. Like that one episode where he was like, "Yeah, look, I wish I had Rasengan, Spirit Gun, or whatever." I thought that was cool. I never saw that before. I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, so these niggas really be picking and pulling, and they have like inspirations that help build that anime up. So I think that was dope. But my last thoughts on Demon Slayer is that I think it's a really really good anime. I think it's an even better manga, and I feel like people should definitely read it. But I'm definitely looking forward to what they're about to animate, though, for sure. When you see that manga come to life, it's gonna go crazy. Like the last arc, mind you, and there's a couple of fights before that, but the last arc, and keep an eye on Kanao too. Spoiler alert. Kanao is like that.
AJ, I wonder if they've been able to see your face this whole entire time.
Oh, that's fine. They don't see Muzan's face, so you know how it is.
Character.
I just thought about that.
For sure. But you have any last thoughts on?
I was just thinking about your hat covering your face the whole time. Final thoughts on Demon Slayer. I still like kind of want to know where it like ranks in power level.
Okay.
Like comparative like to like other shonen, like maybe like nah, that's a manga only. Blue Exorcist maybe. Like kind of like on a Blue Exorcist level, maybe.
Okay. Blue Exorcist was okay.
I still kind of think it's close to My Hero, but like that's just me.
Interesting.
But yeah, just read it. It's a way like better read than I think an anime.
Without a doubt. Without a
I
doubt.
feel like I like to read and I like to watch. Because once I read it, I want to see it in action.
In action.
Yeah.
So,
Got to.
I just go back for the fight scenes and stuff like that.
You gonna know what's canonical and what's not. So I think that's also the brilliance of just reading the manga in general. You don't have to worry about filler episodes if you already know what's gonna go on.
All right.
One thing about me, I love watching things over and over again. So
That's true.
I'd be excited when I read it already and boom, the episode come out. Period, because I get to watch it again. Same with like I watch the sub first and then I go back and watch the dub.
dub,
It's a
yep.
new experience.
Yep. Without a doubt.
Your
So
final thoughts, Sharita?
I thought I said
Yeah, she gave hers.
Okay.
She gave hers. So,
Alrighty then.
Yep. Well, we like to thank you all for tuning in, and of course, make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then also follow us on Spotify as well. We'll have the full audio put there, and we're gonna make sure that we are going to tap into the anime community. So again, if you're an anime fan, fill out our application in the description below to be a future guest, and we will see y'all next time.